Welcome to the Coming Home podcast. I am your host, Dr.Onalee, and it is my intention to help you come home to yourself after being in a narcissistic, avoidant, or any unhealthy relationship where you know this is not your dream relationship. My intention today, right now, is to help you if you're struggling with missing them. You might even sit here and tell me that you have no idea why you even miss them because they aren't even good for you. They aren't nice to you. They don't choose you. They don't seem to care about you. They don't seem to have compassion for you. Maybe they lie to you. They've cheated. They disrespect you. They get you, and then they fumble the bag all over again. I want to speak into you if you can resonate with this. You are not missing them. It's not even the good times with them, which I know were brief. There weren't many. What we are missing is the sensations and the feelings and the excitement for life that went on in our body in the beginning of the relationship or the good times. We felt really good feelings with them. We felt love. We felt joy. We felt peace. We felt excitement. We felt hope. Those are feelings that we can feel. What happens is because we felt those feelings in a heightened sense with this person, we have associated those feelings coming from interactions and a relationship with this person who keeps hurting you. I would compare this to an alcoholic who feels really good drinking that glass of wine, taking that shot, having a beer. They get a buzz, and it's a really big buzz, and it's an instant buzz, and it feels amazing. Yes, that is true. But what follows that buzz is a consequence, is a hangover, is a crash, a burn, a ruined relationship, saying things you don't mean, violence, DUIs, jail, homelessness. The list goes on and on. So, yes, there was a buzz. Yes, there was a high. Yes, you felt good feelings, but they were artificial and they came with a price to pay. It is the same exact thing with a narcissistic person. Yes, you might feel a high when you go back into contact with them. When you unblock them and you think this time will be different when they reach out and they're all sweet and they apologize and they say that they're going to make it right this time and they're going to do better. You feel good. You might be ruminating and thinking about the first date you had with them, the first 3 weeks with them, going to Disney World with them. And then what happens is you usually will start to think that you messed it up. Something about you wasn't good enough or was too much or too annoying, that is why their behavior changed. And so what we usually do is we want to feel those amazing sensations that we felt in the beginning or the good times with them so bad that we will calculate and dissect all of the reasons and ways that we have blocked ourselves from it. And we will jump through every hoop to try to feel those amazing sensations that our nervous system really likes. This is why the target is always moving with trying to please the narcissist. And this is why it never lasts once you get back into contact or you stay with them once you said you were leaving them. Because it's artificial. The feelings that go off in your body are not real. That is why they are a master at their craft. They know how to elicit and evoke those feelings within you. They are very, very good at this. And they know that you're starving for it. So they will target people who are starving for the love bomb effects. No, this isn't necessarily conscious of them thinking about and calculating and doing it. It's just how a narcissistic person is wired and how they operate and move through life. So they consistently attract somebody who is very hooked in to the love bombing effects that they have, the charm, the excitement, the feeling like you've never felt this way with anyone. You feel like you're just at home and you can be yourself with this person. They're good at that. They know what they're doing. They've mastered it because they know that you're not sourcing those feelings within yourself. And so when they starve you and breadcrumb you and discard you and disrespect you and lie to you, they see how much they can get away with. How hungry are you for their love that you will do anything to stay with them or to gain their love and validation and approval? This is why you might think that they are cruel. You can't believe that they do this. You can't believe they keep lying, getting you back, and then lying again, only to lose you again, to get you back again, to fumble the bag again. And you wonder why. Because they can. Because they know you're starving for it. They know you'll do anything for their love because these are old wounds and dynamics that are just replaying out from when we were younger. We wanted mom or dad or our sibling or our teacher or our friends' love more than anything because back then we didn't know how to source it within ourselves and we were looking to the outer world and people around us to give us that love and that validation. That's how we got our needs met. That's literally how we survived. If we were a bad girl or a bad boy, mom or dad took our toys away, grounded us, punished us, our freedom. Our independence was placed in the hands of adults and authority figures, so we learned how to perform. And if we didn't perform right, we didn't get what we wanted. And so we tried our best to make it right. And we felt so much regret and shame. We wish we didn't do that thing that took away our freedom and our joy and our independence. And so we try even harder. What happens is if we don't emotionally mature, we stay stuck in these dynamics that we've been using for survival since we were children. So it's our job to step into our power and become emotionally mature adults. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could do this at 20 years old, 22 years old, 50 years old, 70-year-old. It doesn't matter the age. It matters when you get to your breaking point where you decide you are a powerful, emotionally mature, worthy adult who deserves love. And your source now is your higher power, whatever you choose to call it. I call it God. I respect whatever you choose to call it, as long as you can find it and create and cultivate a connection with it, because that's your source. Humans are not your source, and that's how most people on the planet operate, living as if humans are their source. People pleasing, needing validation, approval, acceptance, afraid of being canceled, not loved, not seen, not chosen, not good enough. According to who? The narcissist who is a mess? They don't want to choose you and they don't want to see your worth. And that's who you're allowing determine if you're good enough or not. It's like, well, when you say it like that, well, it's because we usually don't take the time to be introspective and take a look at our patterns and our behaviors and what's really going on. You don't want you've determined that you're not good enough because this person with incredibly low self-worth and horrible standards and morals and integrity, they don't want to choose you, so that means you're not good enough. Isn't that insane when you take a look at it? This person has hurt you. You wouldn't be a match to this conversation and it wouldn't be resonating with you. This person has gotten you to your breaking point where you've sworn them off, right? Haven't you closed the door and said that you're done? Haven't you said you're never going to allow them to treat you this way and disrespect you like this ever again? Haven't you gotten to the point where you saw something where your gut dropped? You saw something, a message, them on Bumble, the other woman, the other man, emails, phone statements, shady behavior, transactions. You saw something. Your gut dropped, your heart sank, you felt sick, and sometimes, to top it off, they even gaslit you. They lied to you to make you doubt your own intuition and body and nervous system that is clearly working well and signaling to you. They may have projected that you are crazy for looking at their statements, and then you believe them and you say, you're right. That is crazy of me to check your phone or to check the other woman's thing or to see the statements. Yes. And so then you gaslight yourself, which has you under their control even more. And so, what I just want to highlight and bring up to you is not guilt and shame and all these sorts of feelings that might fly up. What I want to highlight to you is that you're dealing with an unhealthy person who does not bring out the best in you. Your higher power can love you enough to not have this person show up and behave the way that you are wanting them to, because you deserve better. Somebody who will respect you and choose you and pursue you and value you, who would never dare to dream of losing you. Why would you not deserve that? Why do you think all you deserve is the way that this person has treated you? Where did you learn that? It's time to do some unlearning. It's time to have some tough love kind of conversations, because these patterns don't just go away. They break with courage and healing and a willingness to come home to yourself and to get into connection with your higher power, your real source, and allow that to be all that dictates and determines how good enough you are. And I want to be a stand for you. That's my mission, to empower you, to motivate you, inspire you, share my stories, my experience, my strength, so that I can transmute it to you and you can see a little bit of my story and what I've overcome to get to this point. I want that for you. No matter how long it takes, I want you to know that you're worthy. I want you to know you deserve the best. I want you to know you don't deserve what this person has done to you. I want you to know it's not been your fault and it's not been because you're not good enough. And it's definitely not been because somebody else is better. It's all been because you will have a powerful opportunity to heal and get connected with your higher power, your higher source. They've been the perfect character in your story to bring up all the wounds and patterns and dynamics right up to your face that have been running the show since childhood, even if they were innocent on how they were picked up. And I know some of you, they weren't innocent and you had a lot of trauma. No matter what, we created patterns and dynamics from a very young age where we didn't know how to emotionally and maturely process them. We didn't know. We didn't have the consciousness, the tools, the wisdom, the discernment. We also didn't have the evidence of what happened when we stayed a little too long. Now you do. You're in a very potent place of power to come home to yourself, to learn how to love yourself in a non arrogant way and choose yourself and respect yourself and know that you have power, you have choice. Release any regret of how long it took you to get to this point. It doesn't matter. It matters that you got to this point. Ruminating and regretting is not going to do anything productive. What's going to be productive is accepting. And if you need to go back to the previous episode, start there. Accepting that this person is not healthy and not good for you. And it hasn't been an issue of you not being good enough and you messing it up. It's always been an issue of you actually deserve more. And especially if you have children with them, it's the easiest way I can share with you that you couldn't have done it any different. Your children couldn't have different DNA. Their markup, their makeup is exactly the way that it needed to be. And everything happened with this exact person that was in your life. It couldn't be any other way. It's easier and more tangible to see when children are involved. I know it can be harder if children didn't come out of it and you can't find anything good out of it. Can you at least chew on the fact that maybe the good that came out of it was it got you to this point where you started to learn your worth in this lifetime? You started to get a deep connection with your higher power. You started to heal old patterns so that you can be your happiest, best version. What if that's been their purpose? Even though there was so much pain in it, find the silver lining, find the gratitude without making that mean that you have to reopen the door with them or let them back in. We can definitely deepen this conversation. I go deeper in my 4-step program, my No More Narcissist work, one-on-one calls, coaching, groups, all of it. Even just this conversation alone, you can implement something that can change your life. But of course, if you want to go deeper, there's options for you no matter where you're at. And I'm here to support you and hold you. I'm sending you so much love. I would love to hear how you felt from this episode. What came up? What are you committed to? What are you breaking free from? What are you letting go of? What are you stepping into? I want to hear from you. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I look forward to the next episode. And I look forward to all of your celebrations, to all of your wins. I look forward to you truly coming home to yourself and knowing what it feels like in this lifetime. Sending so much love.